Welcome, everyone. I'm Kimberly Boschman, and this is the Intentionally Intuitive podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the December 2020 forecast for life path number threes. So, threes, December is a 7 universal energetic month. And so, what that means is that collectively, we may be seeking the answers or feel the need to seek the answers to the bigger questions. So, we could go as big as what's the meaning to life? Or it could just be simply as taking a closer look at our own belief systems and experiences and how that correlates to the external world. So these questions usually have us looking within and without, above and below. And so you may see or feel the urge to get reconnected spiritually or to have some personal growth on the 3D plane. So however that comes in for you, but 7 energy is a lot about seeking the truth. And remember, we all have our own truths based on our own experiences. And so it's how we can find to integrate those truths into our experience. And so you may also feel the need for rest, introspection, stillness, and solitude this month. So where November was more about family and community, this 7 energy is really a call to find your solitude, find your own solace from within, because that's where you're going to find all of your answers, okay? And so if you feel the need for rest, for rejuvenation, then you are meant to honor that call as it comes in for you, because that's when you're going to have the greatest access to what it is you're looking for. Another key component to the 7 energy has to do with relationships. And so you may find that your relationships this month are highlighted. Now, relationships are often, our greatest teachers. It's how we learn. It's how we understand and uncover sort of where our trigger points are, what needs to be healed. It's where we find our greatest joy a lot of times. And so you may find that relationships are highlighted this month, but that can be romantic, that can be friendships, that can be colleagues, however it comes in, but be open to those experiences and understand that if a relationship is highlighted for you this month, there's a reason for that. And so see and be open to what it has to show you, what it was trying to teach you. And remember, relationships can also be with self. And so if there's healing that needs to take place with self, or if there's joy to be found with self, then this is a great month to really explore that. Another energy of the 7 is for specialization, and so really honing in on those things that you want to become a master at, where you really want to focus your energy. And so again, that can be, on spiritual growth, that can be on personal growth, that can be around relationships. It can also be a call to go back to school to learn more in the physical reality, right? And so however that comes in, pay attention to that and honor that. This is a great month, and a 7 cycle is a great energy for that specialization, for that spiritual and personal growth, to study, to go back to school, to work with relationships, to work on relationships. So that's kind of an overview of how that energy can come in for us collectively this month. Now, I did pull a animal spirit card for 3 specifically to see the energy that could be coming in for you specifically this month. And it was interesting, you guys got snow leopard. And snow leopard's message is take some time out of your usual life and spend it in solitude. So snow leopards are solitary animals. And so if you ever watch anything about them, they're usually on their own, except for, of course, during mating season or when they're with young, but for the most part, they spend their life in solitude. And so not saying that that's what our goal is as humans, but there's definitely something to be said about the energy around of being alone, of going within, of introspection and self-reflection. And so I do feel, 3s, that you're going to have plenty of opportunities this month to do that. And it's kind of like when you can be comfortable alone and be happy alone and with yourself, when you can be happy and find joy with yourself, that's when those other relationships around you begin to flourish because you're no longer looking for the external to fulfill the internal. So I do feel like this month could have opportunities for you to pay attention to that, to focus on that, and to learn to enjoy that side of yourself, the alone side, right? And you may have to actually schedule time in and make time to be alone, but that's okay. And I think this is a really positive month for doing that. So I broke the month down into 4 weeks, and now, of course, the energy is fluid and it's a general reading, so it can come in for you at different times or in a variety of ways. So keep that in mind. The first week of December, we have this energy of sort of like a new change, but it feels like if you say yes to whatever this is, it can be emotional fulfilling. It does feel like it's relationship driven, does feel like it has to do with relationships. That can be, again, platonic, partnership, colleagues, etc. But it does feel like some kind of offer coming in for you that is a mature offer. It's something that you've been working on or has been sort of coming down the pipeline for a while. And whatever this is, this offer would require some kind of change for you. So this can be an emotional offer in a relationship that causes you to reevaluate or change the way you see things or how you show up to things. And so it could be an opportunity for healing on your part as well. And it's like once you're able to heal whatever this is, then you're able to fully enjoy the offer or the experience as it's meant to be experienced. And so interesting energy this first week. It does feel like you also have an opportunity to be in control of your emotions. And again, remember, being in control of your emotions doesn't mean suppressing them or avoiding them. It means not allowing them to be in control of you. So you are able to respond as opposed to react to situations. And so you may have an opportunity this week to fully step into that energy of changing the way that you respond to certain situations or the way that you respond to trigger points. If something happens that you don't like, or if you don't get your way or something like that, right? It's like sometimes we can be overly dramatic in how we react to that situation. And so it's almost like you have an opportunity this month for something maybe to not go your way and to understand that you get to decide how you respond to that situation. And that is in itself a teaching moment from whoever it is that's triggering you. So that's when I go back to saying to remember that those relationships that come in for us, they're often our greatest teachers, and to respect them as so, right? And so, yeah, so something coming in for you, and this doesn't have to be, that dramatic. It can be an offer coming in that's just emotionally fulfilling, but that's requiring some kind of change on your part. And it doesn't feel like a big change, but it feels like a new change. And sometimes with new changes comes, new experiences and new feelings that we hadn't felt before. So could bring up a bit of stuff for you. So just be aware of that. And if you need to take some time to think about it before you take action, then obviously do so. Then moving into the second week of December, it's interesting. There's this energy of almost like questioning yourself, questioning your decisions, and not really, it's almost like you made a decision that beginning of December, and now you're like sort of two-stepping it, and you're kind of going back and fluctuating. Did you make the right decision? Was this the right choice? What have you done? That sort of thing. But it's really like you're kind of too caught up in your head, or have the potential to be too caught up in your head during this time. And so when you're too caught up in your head, then that can sometimes lead to being really defensive and pushing people away. And so there's this energy the second week of December to be aware of how you are responding, and understand that thoughts are not reality, right? Thoughts are just that. They are energy. They are just in the mind. They are thoughts. They are not the reality of the situation. So understand that just because you have the thought doesn't mean you have to take that action. So again, it's kind of like if you catch yourself being caught up in your mind, then try to be aware of that and pull yourself out of that if you can. before you take action. Because if you're caught up in your head and you've created stories in your head around whatever this is, then that is going to drive your action. And then you might be upset with those actions down the road. And so, again, this is just that call to find your center, go within, and see, what is the reality? What is actually happening? And what are your options as far as how you're going to respond to that? And take the stories, take the drama, take the illusions out of it, and really look at the reality. And then from that space, make your decision and how you want to act. Okay. So again, second week of December, there's this opportunity for you to really take a closer look at your thoughts and the actions that you're taking from those thoughts. And this could be an opportunity to change those thoughts and then in turn change your actions. Okay. Then we move into the third week of December, and we have this kind of new offer coming in for you, and it feels really, really light. It feels really, really beautiful. It's like this opportunity for you to receive some rewards, to receive some accolades, some validation, some of that external validation, that sort of thing. It feels very physical, very monetary, very material driven. So it could be that you get a job offer, that you get an opportunity to work with somebody, that a new idea comes in for you, and the potential for whatever this is very, very great for, leading to success and leading to fulfillment on your part. So yeah, enjoy this energy because it feels really positive, and it does feel like very stable energy. So if you've kind of felt a little bit in flux recently, then this is an opportunity to get your grounding, find your footing, and then find some success in that as well. So, and some accolades from your peers, some recognition from your peers, which is always nice. So really enjoy that. Then the fourth week of December, we have this energy of sort of the tables turning, a shift in energy. And so it's interesting because this fourth week of December, of course, is the last energy of the 4 energy of 2020 before we shift into 2021, which is that 5 energy. So it's kind of like you can see the tables turning in your favor. You can feel the energy shifting at this time. And so that's really, really positive. You'll see the people coming in to help support you. You may find new acquaintances. You might have new opportunities come in. Something from that third week of December could be prompting whatever this is, this fourth week of December. So it feels very, very positive. The flip side of that is just the message to try not to self-sabotage, okay? So if something is good coming in for you, don't wait for the shoe to drop, right? Don't wait for the other shoe to drop. Don't wait for the bad to come in to polarize the good. So just enjoy this energy as it comes in. Enjoy the experience of it. We know that we live in a world of polarities. We know that we live in a universe of polarities. And so when something good happens, it's not necessarily that something bad is going to happen to follow out to even it out. It just means that we're meant to experience and benefit from that good experience. So allow yourself to do that without self-sabotaging it in some way, without trying to find the negative within the positive, or without trying to tell yourself that you don't deserve whatever this is that's coming in for you, because it does feel very, very positive. The other side of that is if it's something that's a little more challenging that comes in, although I don't feel that, but if it's something that's challenging that comes in, try not to get stuck in that energy where you're like, okay, this is all that I deserve. This is all my life is ever going to be. This is et cetera, et cetera. So it's really, again, that call to see the reality for what it is, and then allow yourself to experience that reality through the actions that you choose to take. And so again, I feel like this is a change in the energy, a shift in the energy towards the positive. You could see something really beautiful come in for you. The message is to not self-sabotage that opportunity through your own self-doubt or your own self-defeating thought processes, okay? So this is an opportunity also to work on your mindset and to find that balance, okay? So potential for some really beautiful, transformative and stabilizing energies coming in for you all in December. and very emotionally fulfilling. But don't underestimate the power of solitude this month. So, if you need the time or have the opportunity to take the time for some solitude, for introspection, then definitely do that. Because, again, that is ultimately where you are going to find the answers that best suit you in your journey forward. Okay? So, beautiful energies for December. I hope that it is a beautiful month for you. For those of you, whatever holiday it is that you celebrate, I hope that it's fantastic and merry. And until we meet again, take care. Bye for now.